Voice of Indonesia.
Very interesting song. So when they were like proposing me three songs to choose, I finally chose this song because it's very interesting in terms of music and difficulties and something, you know.
Oh, it must be so emotional then for them.
Yes, it's well, actually for us, for Indonesian people, we couldn't imagine the situation at the Second World War. Yeah, indeed, we have the war with the Japanese, but it's not like a Second World War. So the first thing that the choreographer told me and showed me first, I have uh, very nice and kind choreographer, and uh, she told me to imagine some situation like this. So a mother, she showed me one picture, a mother sit down, and then behind that mother, uh, standing um, nine brothers. I mean, her sons, yeah, that already dead because she sent them all to the Second World War, and she knew that they won't be back. So it's kind of emotional moment and a very brave moment. So when she showed me the picture, I was like, okay, I'm ready to sing this song. And I was like crying and praying, and I was like, okay, God, please help me just to put some emotion into this song, so I can entertain people in Russia and entertain people all of who watch that concert.
And you did it, finally.
We did it. Yeah, yeah. Finally, we did it.
Okay, you said you translate the songs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Translating
We
a text,
translated it.
is already difficult. We need to make some adjustments. But here you translate a song. It means that you not only need to make some adjustments in terms of its meaning, but also its rhyme, the rhythm of the song. So,
Yes.
what challenges are there? How you cope with that?
Well, me, myself, and my wife, we are and still working as a professional translator from Russian into English, Russian to Indonesian, Indonesian to
Oh,
Russian.
okay.
Actually, we used to translate some kind of songs and some kind of books or something from Russian and from Indonesian to Russian. So, what is interesting in the process of this translation of this song is not only just to adjust the rhyme, adjust the end, every end of the parts and every part of the song, but it's kind of like making some another new song. I mean, song text from Russian kind of song. I mean, from Russian originally, let's say, song into some kind of new song into Indonesian, like a new Indonesian song. So it's not a pure like let's say 100% translation from Russian to Indonesian, but we make some or a new meaning, a new moment, a new situation of that song that not eliminates all of the meaning from the original song. So it's kind of difficult, but not difficult because it's very challenging as a musician and as a translator to make some new, different kind of song that is related to the original song. So it's kind of challenging, and but we were happy. We were really happy when we finished the song. We translated the whole, let's say, 2 months, like
Wow,
months until 2 months. Yeah.
that's worth it totally.
Very worth it, totally. And we were like, we were asked to like, let's say, like, is that your copyright, or we can make it into our Russian copyright song, like Russian Indonesian copyright? I said like, you can own it, but the most important for us and my wife and for me myself is like we were like very proud of ourselves to make some, you know, progress as a translator and as a musician to make some new songs that the Russian know, Russian people know, and beside all, beside all of this, Indonesian now started to know new songs like related to the Second World War to the Russian song. So it's kind of interesting.
Okay. So, how long actually you have been learning Russian?
Oh, yeah. I've been here. I came to Russia in 2008. Originally 2007, but 2008 is like official year when I came here just to study. I got my scholarship from People's Friendship University of Russia in Moscow to learn international space law. And then I finished my master degree in 2010, and then I started to think, go back or stay here. Okay, I will stay here and continue my study to PhD degree, and then I continued from 2010 to 2015. I finished my PhD degree in 2015 in international law, international space law. And then while I was studying in PhD, I was working also as a local staff for Indonesian embassy in Moscow. So if we're talking about the experience moment or the experience, how long have I experienced translating Russian or know Russian as let's say it's a scholar and then as a musician? It's since 2010. It's like a serious start. I mean moment to let's say know Russian. Why I say let's say because Russian language is a very huge language. If we compare Russian language and Indonesian language, it's totally different because Indonesian
Yes.
language is a kind of combination. And yes, we can say Indonesian language is not as older as Russian itself because Russian, if we're talking about Moscow itself, city of Moscow has its anniversary 800 something 882 years. So Russian language is very old language and it's very interesting language in terms of the words, in terms of the system, grammatics, and so on. So
And the
since
letters.
2008, but officially 2010, yeah.
And the letters also
Yeah, the
difficult.
letters is also like I was making a joke when my parents asked me about what is Russian alphabet. I said like when the first Russian kings came to Indonesia. I said he was like dropped from his horse, and then from that time he found some alphabets on the ground, and then he tried to collect it. And then when he collected and he showed it to the public, he was like, "Oh, it's very okay. It's very not good, but it's our alphabet." So it's when you see like alphabet R, but in the other side, yeah, it's like Ja, yeah. So many let's say Latin alphabet in Russian language pronounced should be pronounced as very different, not like in Latin or in English or even in Indonesian. But actually, what made us as an Indonesian better to learn, faster to learn Russian is because what is written in Russian, it should be pronounced as it written in Russian. It's the same thing as in Indonesian language. So what is written in Indonesian language, it should be pronounce it what is written. So this is one of the good moment for Indonesian to learn Russian. It's not like French, like what is written. Sometimes it should be pronounced as something different, but in Russian, if it's written like Jaja, So it should be pronounced like Jaja. So it's not
Okay.
too difficult if you know the system.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. So, Raymond, we previously already talked about the songs. I think it's not valid enough if we do not hear the song. How does it sound? So, could you please sing a bit for Voice of Indonesia listeners and RRI Net viewers? Mix Russian and Indonesian, please.
Okay, just a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Поклонимся великим тем годам, тем славным командирам и бойцам, и маршалам страны и рядовым. Kenangkanlah yang gugur dan wafat, mereka dilupakan, janganlah. Kenangkanlah, kawan, kenangkanlah. Well, it's
Ooh, Indonesia. Thank you so much, Raymond Sihombing, for
welcome, you're
sharing
welcome.
with us a very amazing story. Keep up
Thank
the
you.
good work and keep doing the best for Indonesia wherever you are.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Have a good day. God bless. Bye-bye.
Spasiba. Spasiba.
Пожалуйста. Пожалуйста.
Okay, VOA listeners and viewers, that's a wrap our special interview with Raymond Sihombing, an Indonesian citizen who won an international music festival in Moscow, Russia on May 2nd, 2023. And unfortunately, the interview already ends our program Indonesia Today for Monday, May 22nd, 2023. So I'm Rahma signing out. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you in the next edition of Indonesia Today from Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world.
Voice of Indonesia. VOA.